Calling is a funny thing. I sometimes hear people use it in a way that it maybe carries too much power, and other times I feel like that people use it in a really flippant kind of way. And I think that the word calling can make people nervous. And I think it's so important that we just make it a little more simple. Because as far as I'm aware, really, the things that God is asking of us is that we will love Him and love our neighbor. And I think when it comes down to it, my calling is to love God and to love my neighbor. And what that works out and looks like can look like so many different things. And I think you have to look at it in big picture stuff. I know that He calls us according to His purposes. And so we have to then think about, oh, okay, He loves me. He has a design for me. So what is my original design? And thinking through those things. What am I designed for? What are those types of things? And so as you look at the intersection of what is our original design and His purposes for us, and then making it simple, you can kind of make calling something that just is a day-by-day affair. My calling is to love the people around me wherever I am. He's also called us all in the Great Commission, go into all the world, wherever you are, and making disciples. So what am I exporting? How am I making disciples? What's in my life that I'm exporting? And it better be good when I'm exporting, because I could be exporting things that have nothing to do with Jesus. So I need to think in terms of some more simple ideas. What is calling? How calling is simple. Calling is love God, love your neighbor, go into all the world, give away His love. And then exactly what that looks like is a fine conversation between you and your Father. And I think it can look like an adventure. It can look like a windy path along the way. I know some people that it can be a very straight and narrow path, and for other people it can be very windy. And I don't think that there is necessarily a right way in that, as long as we love Him, we love our neighbor, and we're telling the world about Him as we go.